Welcome to the Daily Heat Check Smokecast. This is episode 6. I am your host, Sir Piffery Goodness, and today is a very special episode. We bring to you an in-studio guest and one of my close friends, Sir Denny, to join us, and we're going to have special edition pods with all of them joining for today. But to start the show off first, we go with our co-host TGP4K. Talk to the people and tell them where they can find you.
Yo, what up, Smokecast? You can find me on Twitter, DailyHC_TG.
All right. Next up on the slate, we have Mr. Mac Amazing. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you, sir.
Yo, y'all can find me on Twitter at VSF_MAC.
Okay. King Jones, last on the slate. Please, sir, tell them where they can find you.
What's going on, yo? Just on Twitter at King Jones Forever.
Sound like you was just recovering from an ill come down, but it's all right, my nigga. But like I said, special episodes. We have 2 special guests today. So I'm going to kick it off with the one who's next to me, to the left of me, Ro Hendricks. Talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you.
Gang, what's happening, y'all? I'm Ro Hendricks. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. I'm Ro Hendricks _. I follow back. Holla at me. Okay.
And we got Sir Denity in the building. I just threw the Sir in there, but it's really Denity. I don't know. The Sirness didn't come yet. But talk to him. Where could they find you,
everywhere,
sir?
Everywhere. FBNITY.
All right, marvelous. All right, guys, like I said, I'm feeling real good, and this is going to be a real special show. So, everyone, I want y'all to be fully active. We got a really special edition of Roll Up and Hole Up, so I hope y'all are ready for this. And we're going to mix it up and get a real choppy in here. So, we're going to start it off with the NFL like we normally started off, gentlemen. The Saints trade AP to the Cardinals for a conditional draft pick. Talk to us. How do we feel?
I feel like I'm going to put ADP back on my fantasy. I think he's going to do something.
Didn't you just drop him?
Sure did. I'm picking him back up, too. I'm about to pick his ass right back up. Hold on. Time out. I'm playing, too. What about you?
Wait, he dropped him quick. He dropped his ass, and then he put his ass. I'm about to put him right back there. He's not going to do that.
Guys, show that
He might
bandwagon
resurrect
love.
his career, but I don't think so, because you know what? The offensive line. I don't know. I don't have a real take on that, honestly.
Hey, if they don't like the Giants offensive line, they cool. Real shit.
I think it's a great. Great move.
It's good for AP though.
Mm-hmm.
They get more touches.
Definitely.
He's definitely getting the ball now, and that's what he needs.
That's what he wanted. That's not what he needs, because
No, that's what he needs. He's not one of them guys who you give him 10 carries and he gonna have 80 yards. You got to feed him. He gets better as the game goes.
Nah, no doubt.
True indeed.
Chris Johnson ain't really doing nothing for him there. He's thinking it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they cut his ass.
Real quick.
Wait, they cut him after the trade?
Yeah,
real quick.
Before the trade.
Oh, shit. Shout out to him.
Before the trade.
TG, man, I see you inhaling something beautiful there, man. Before I go to the next topic, can you tell him what strain you're toting on?
Oh, this is the Platinum OG mixed with the Blue Crack.
Hybrid. Now tell me, what kind of feel do you get off this? Real up, down, mellow?
I don't even know, man. I'm always like this. It's
now,
to the point now, I'm sober.
Now, as far as like the flavor
He be like 3 or 4 of them
combination.
things.
Now, how does this compare to
this shit.
other?
Nah, it's good though. It's real smooth. You hit it, don't just be burning your throat and shit. It ain't like that.
All right, bet. Yeah,
So
not harsh at all. Marvelous.
Nah, not harsh at all, man. It smells good too.
This is a pretty good topic that I got next. I don't want to stay on it too long, guys, because we got to thread lightly.
Yeah.
But as far as with the Mike Dikta, he says he's seen no oppression for black people in the states for over the last 100 years. Now, granted, this is coming from a white person. Thread lightly. Now,
God. Okay.
You know what I mean? That is reverse racism. But now,
I don't give a fuck.
but now, you feel me? How do you feel as far as that, especially coming from a white guy? You know, a Caucasian man. Let me be politically correct on this. So coming from a Caucasian man, giving his observation of what he thinks black people have seen or endured over the last 100 years, or at least in his lifespan, especially when he speaks as far as relating to the anthem and these protests. You know, let's keep it brief.
He can't speak on shit.
This could be a whole nother topic.
He can't speak on shit because he know nothing about it. Like you said, he's a Caucasian man. Point blank.
None of
in
this
itself.
day
He's a
to
Caucasian
day.
man.
Hey, yo, King Jones, you just got personal.
Like, cause that shit made me mad when I said that shit. Like, you a Caucasian want to see the oppression that black people go through. You don't want to see that shit.
But
so
the crazy thing is,
that's how I feel.
he has seen it. He lived through it.
Dude.
Yeah, he's old enough.
He was alive.
Got it?
How old is Mike Ditka?
Like
In the
68.
60s,
Yeah.
when this shit was going down. So he was old enough to know what was going on. So for him to say
he don't want to
that,
acknowledge that shit. He a piece of shit.
for him
Fuck
to
that
say
nigga.
it's not even acknowledging. That just shows that in his mind, that's how it should be.
Thank you.
So he wasn't looking at it like, oh man, this is terrible. Why they doing that to these people, man? That's fucked up. Nah, he was just like, all right, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yo, you know
what I say? I'm gonna pull an Eminem on that nigga. Fuck you. I don't even want to hear it.
Yo, dude, like real shit, son. Yo, why are you even upset at them? This in their nature.
Yeah.
Leave it as it is.
I'm not upset at him. I'm upset at their nature. Period. I've been upset
Hey,
with
but
their
you
nature.
can't
Period.
be,
That
dude.
shit is ridiculous,
If it
dog.
wasn't no them, it wouldn't be us.
Fuck them.
Boom.
I don't care about that.
And
Well, you know. Well, Denity, you had something to say, man. Speak on this, my brother. Definitely
Emotional.
want to hear what you got to say.
Who, me?
Yeah, man, you had something to say, bro. You a black man?
He fully aware of that cocaine over the last 100 years.
Yeah. Preach.
All right. With that being said, guys, we're gonna move on to the next topic. You feel me? This is breaking news on my radar. 1 second, let me copy paste. I should be better note taking in the beginning. Oh, okay, Mac. You're definitely lighting up at the moment too. So tell me, what are you smoking at the moment?
Man, I'm smoking a beautiful plant of blueberry diesel. Nice little hybrid.
All right. Now tell me what's the vibe you get off of that? Is that a uppy, downy, mellow?
60%?
60% sativa, 40% indica.
Okay.
I thought you said 60% THC. I was about to say, why are you not in pack?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
God, hell no.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be talking right now.
Some moon rock.
Yeah.
And
And now,
shit.
what's the flavor combination off of that? Is that smooth or is that harsh, sweet?
You know what? It's smooth. But once the hit really hits you, that shit goes. It's gonna get You gonna show.
Okay.
Likely, as you would say.
All right. Definitely want to get more
I need
smoking
to
and
get some of
introduce
that,
you to this.
man.
Because
I definitely want to get some of that because I got some sour D and some white widow right here.
Ooh.
Sour D is an East Coast favorite. Guys, gentlemen, everyone listen to the pod who's not from the East Coast. That is an East Coast favorite. We do tend to throw a lot of shade on it, but you got to understand
That dour.
That is. I promise you, when you leave Jersey or New York or wherever you from, you want that stank on you. Be like, ooh, yeah, that's that East Coast.
Facts.
But now, let's move on to the next one. The Cardinals female inside linebacker coach. Now, she's been there for a few weeks. This is just news on my radar. But to have one of the first female coaches in the NFL, I think that is a breakthrough as far as what they're trying to do as far as moving
That's a
forward.
milestone right there.
Absolutely.
I think
I've heard-
Buffalo got a female coach too.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Wow,
pretty
that's
cool.
amazing.
That's
Jen,
nice.
Jen,
That's what's up.
just to make sure we give the listeners who they're looking for, Jen Welter is her name, and she's the Arizona Cardinals inside linebacker
Inside
coach.
linebacker coach.
You get what I'm saying? So
She's
there
I give her
training the
power
defense.
right
So she's
there.
not even for offense.
I wonder
So-
if she played.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
played
now
for the
I'm saying she
Texans.
played. She played.
She did?
with-
Yeah, I figured that.
She played for the
She had
Texas.
high school or something.
I gotta pull it up. but she definitely played, and she was definitely a beast off the edge. So that was definitely standout clips on her online. So, definitely look that up. But, gentlemen, you want to build on that? What's up? Denity, Rohingya, talk to us, man.
I think
that is
Yo, I think that
just women in sports in
Cam
general.
Newton doesn't speak on it.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, next on the slate, gentlemen. Let's talk a little NFL. Let's get in depth with the NFL. What do you say?
Andrew Miller out here snapping, bro.
What'd you say, Dan? Talk to him.
Policy change on national anthem.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to that.
What'd you say?
Show notes, man. He didn't see the show
You
notes.
said we leave the
Huh?
You said we leaving the NFL.
No. I said
No.
Nah.
Going to the NFL.
Yeah. No, we got a lot more NFL to cover,
We
guys. A
gonna
lot
talk
more
about the
NFL.
predictions.
Contenders and pretenders.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the
Top winners
NFL
and
contenders and pretenders right now, guys. It's week 6. Well, we're entering week 6 with the Thursday night game. We're gonna talk about that next. But as far as what we see right now with week 6, who's we said it before, we briefed it, but now who's for real? Like, who's for real? Let's pick one in the AFC and one in the NFC, each of us. Let's try to mix it up. Let's get dicey on this.
Took them out.
The Chiefs on it. The Chiefs are for real. Of course, we know that. The Chiefs are for real. And the Eagles, surprisingly, are for real. They've been the dark horse. They've been my dark horse for a long time because, Carl Wentz has some great upside to him. He got some good potential. And he's now showing his quality. He's a young Aaron Rodgers if you look at him, because he can do what Aaron Rodgers can do, but he's just young. So give him some more time. He'll be the next Aaron Rodgers, as they said on ESPN.
Wow.
He'll be the next one. I'll give him that.
Ooh. I'm not. Wait, I don't want to say it's too far fetched because he's still young, he's healthy, and he's showing a lot of promise. So I could definitely co-sign you on that. But to say another Aaron Rodgers, he still has a long. He has a lot to prove. But
that's what I say. You gotta give him some more. Give him some more time, and give him some more reps under his belt.
Gets better with each year.
And
Absolutely.
Yeah, he gets better with each year. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and who's your pretender?
Pretender. The Patriots.
Wow. Wait, I'm gonna be honest. Are you saying that to stir the pot? Or are you being serious? Because that could be they looking kind of suspect this season.
No, I'm being serious because they look suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Patriots they have never been a shootout team. Like, they have never been that. They always been a dominant on either offense, and their defense, was decent enough to sit here and shut you down, or their defense held you and offense was always just dominant. Now they're just looking suspect team. It's changing for them. So with them being a shootout team, it's not a lot of teams they're gonna outshoot. You got a lot of talent in this league right now, so it's not a lot of teams you're gonna outshoot.
You've seen the last of Gronk, Danny Amendola, and Edelman.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Really
So
where they should be right now.
They're gonna win that
weapons
division.
ain't what they supposed to be.
They're gonna be in the playoffs.
They're gonna win a division, yeah. They're gonna be in the playoffs, yeah. But they still some pretenders. They're not going back to the big dance for a while.
Okay.
Unless they either tighten up on defense or because.
All right. So look.
Right now,
TG,
what they got?
Who's your contenders and pretenders?
My contender definitely gotta be the Chiefs. I mean, they're the only undefeated team through the first 5 weeks. In their resume, they've won multiple different ways. They've won close games. They've blown teams out. So far, they seem like the most complete team. And as far as pretender?
Yep.
It's looking like the Steelers. Coming into the season, you figured the Steelers was going to be an AFC championship or one of the teams really competing. And right now, I mean, the crazy same thing. They're probably going to win that division, but they're not looking. They were going to look. So I would put that as of right now. As of week 6, contenders. They not looking for real.
No, I agree. Mac, talk to the people.
Of course, you got KC. They are contenders, hands down. You can't say nothing about them. I see them going all the way undefeated.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I'll put that prediction in. Pretenders, disappointed in the Steelers. Yeah, very disappointed in the Steelers. Very disappointed in the Steelers.
So I'm gonna mix it up.
Yeah, I really am.
So I'm gonna be the dark horse on this one. My pretender, I'm gonna go with the AFC, and I'm gonna say the Chargers. They always give us this every year. They seem like they're gonna make a push. They're always like that average team that could, the wild card. Maybe they should. It's gonna be another season for them, and that move was definitely not in their best interest as far as with the fans. They lost a legacy of fans. Same thing with the Rams. Shout out to Marshall Falk. And then when we look at my contender, I think the Carolina Panthers. Just to go to the dark horse, because there's a lot of consistency with everyone's picks. I think that Cam Newton's starting to get it together. Believe it or not, after all that controversy, I think that really put a fire under his ass. And you can't be playing bad with bad controversy circling you. You feel me? So you play good. They have no other choice but to talk about the good shit you're doing on the field, because that's the only reason they're talking about you, because you're on the field as a professional. So I feel like that's the way we should go with that. Next up,
definitely a good pick. I mean, they.
Talk CG. Let me know.
No, I mean, they have going into the season, they facing the weakest secondary, like as far as defenses. So if Cam Newton is getting back to form, this is the year. This is the perfect year to do it, because he's not facing any top secondaries. So
yeah, he haven't played Seattle yet.
It's looking like that's paying off.
Yeah, he haven't played Seattle yet, so
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I don't think.
Boy, you talking like Seattle is
Seattle's
Seattle, man. You can move the ball on Seattle. It's not
You
like
can't go deep on them. You cannot go deep on them. It's been proven.
Okay.
You can't go deep on them.
The Rams had them beat. Cooper Kupp knew how to catch the ball. He dropped the ball.
He know
in
how
the
to
end
catch
zone.
the ball. That pass was one of the scariest passes I watched.
Yeah, your heart dropped, and then he dropped it.
It damn sure did. It dropped right in my goddamn ass, and I was about to sit here and cry.
Pause.
I was about to cry.
So defense, man. It's not the same Seattle defense that ran Peyton Manning out to the world and nobody remembers. It was New York on the East Coast. It was in Jersey. And nobody the wackest Super Bowl because they ran them out. It was over in the first 3 minutes.
I watched
that.
I was there for that Super Bowl. I actually went to that one, so that was a good Super Bowl for me.
Okay.
My parents, and I see my team smoke another team like that. Yeah, I was proud of that.
So let's keep the dial moving, gentlemen. On the Thursday night predictions for NFL. So how we feeling? We got two powerhouses right now. As far as my contender, I picked the Carolina Panthers going to get up against. I think King Jones, you chose the Eagles because you speaking very high on Wentz. So how do you feel?
I'm gonna actually sit here and I'm gonna keep rolling with the Eagles. Even though Cam is looking like the old Cam, like I said in the last episode, he's looking like the old Cam because he's playing better. But I think Carl Wentz and the Philly offense is just better than the offense that Carolina has. Their defense is a little bit stronger. So I believe that Philly pulls this one out, but it's going to be a close game though. Philly just going to pull it out. That's how I feel about this one.
Much agreed.
I say the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree Eagles, but I'm gonna say this is a must win for the Carolina. So I hate to play devil's advocate.
It's not a must win. Why is it a must win?
Any division game is a must win. So I agree with him on that.
It's not a division game.
They in the same conference. Conference. Let me say that.
You said it was a must win for the Giants,
but it's not a must win.
No, it was definitely. Wait, that was a must win for the Giants. Going down 0-5 is not. Yeah, but
they're
done.
Every game is a must win. So play.
They was 0-4. I mean, they 4-1. You lose, okay. They 4-2.
Well, basically, when
But
I
it
say
shows
a
who's
must
dominant in the
win,
conference.
I want to see Cam keep his
Oh,
momentum.
okay.
Cam plays his
Yeah,
best
it-
when the momentum is
Cam-
flowing
yeah, but
and he
y'all keep
keeps
talking about-
everything
y'all keep
rolling and
talking
keeps the
about Cam.
marches
Good, and
down
they
the
can
field.
still
About
lose.
Cam, they have no rushing touchdowns. Not a single rushing touchdown at all. They have no running game at all. Like,
And the Eagles get turnovers.
They get turnovers, but the Eagles run the ball too. Like that's the thing with the Eagles
and
offense.
they're
Like
missing,
Yo,
they're missing Greg Olsen, who was a
their running on the ball is not consistent though. I'll
It's
say
not
that.
the
It's
old
not consistent.
Panthers
no,
run
it's
game.
not. It's not consistent. It's not a continuous. Oh, all right, we're gonna get you 100 yards plus. But their run game is good enough to get them a good 20, 30 yards, and then they could go into what they normally do, which is throw the ball. So if you could
Yeah,
get 20 or 30 yards, or at least get first down, maybe first and 15, you pick up your first downs, you could easily turn into play action, and that's where Carl Wentz is at his best. Play actions.
I still don't believe in Carl
now.
Wentz, man. I don't believe in Wentz, man. I don't believe in him yet. I really don't. I
Well,
don't.
you know what? After this Thursday, you'll be sitting here saying, you know what? I believe in him.
Okay, we'll see. We will see.
Yeah, I think the Eagles gonna take them.
Yeah, I think the Eagles take it. I don't think it's going to be
They're
a
not.
dominant blowout. No, hell no, it's not going to be because Carolina's playing better ball. But a close game, Eagles just going to pull it out because they're a better team right now.
How is Carolina playing better ball?
Over the last two games, they've been playing better ball. Over the last two games. Over the last two games,
Cam hasn't playing better ball.
But Cam is the leader of the team. So, with the leader showing that, I'm going to play better. So he's bringing out the betterness of his team. So it's not just all on one player. Cam is not scoring every 50 touchdowns and shit like that. Nah, he's leading his team.
They're not outplaying the Eagles.
I think I never said they was outplaying the Eagles. I said it's going to be a close game. They're going to shoot with the Eagles. They can score 30. They can score 30. But their defense is not good enough to contain the Eagles, who could put up 35, 42. The Eagles can put that up because they throw the ball and they throw it with accuracy and precision. And they got more weapons than just one person. Like Kelvin Benjamin is one of the tallest wideouts that they have, and he's their only option if Cam ain't running the ball. So on offense, it's not going to be, it's not going to be too pretty for them. But they're going to muster it out. They're going to play a decent game. They just going to lose to the Eagles.
We could agree to that. So
Yeah.
let's move to the next one, gentlemen. Von Miller thinks OBJ should be the highest paid receiver. Do we all agree with that as well?
No, he said highest paid player.
Wideout.
Who?
No, he said player.
Period.
Oh, he's that player?
Period.
Oh, wow.
Not even wide receiver. We can all agree he's definitely,
He should be the highest
before the
paid wide
injury,
receiver.
he was projected to be the highest paid wide receiver, of course.
Yeah, he should definitely be that. But highest paid player? No. Not highest paid player, period.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
usually
agree with
goes to
that
quarterbacks, but yeah, for him to co-sign that, I don't know what type of.
Especially after the injury.
He's
no.
just speaking because the minute that they do that it's a non-quarterback, then that helps everybody else that's not a quarterback.
And
A
don't
chance of
forget
getting a
Von
bigger
Miller got
contract.
paid
That's the
too.
only advantage I could see.
True. Yeah.
TG makes a point, man. TG definitely makes a
Yeah,
point.
it's about the money, man. So I see it as a good motives. A good
I'm gonna put
motive
it like
to say
this.
that.
I like it because if TG's on the money with that definitely shifts it into the the different positional players and gives them leverage as far as when it comes to making their contracts. But if so, that they can't really afford to be paying quarterback money to receivers. Everybody doesn't deserve quarterback money. So that could definitely change the landscape. You feel me? Definitely. But then again, not all these contracts are guaranteed. So they have ways to finesse
Especially in the NFL, bro.
And believe it or not, some of these big contracts, I believe Joe Flacco already had to come back and evaluate his contract after a few years or whatever the case is. They renegotiate after a few years with certain players. So some of these contracts, they want to come back and sit down with you after a while. So
wasn't that a discussion in the NFL too? The fact that they don't have guaranteed money like the NBA, like that was one of the discussions.
Yeah.
I think that's what Von Miller trying to. I think Von Miller trying to go that direction right now. Just saying that right in itself, like he probably trying to get the guaranteed money. Like, all right, we gonna give you $50 million guaranteed. Like you gonna get.
Well, he got a big contract.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah,
paid.
but he probably
got
want
his
guaranteed. But he's not getting guaranteed money. He got to pay for that. He got to play for that.
They all get some portion of their contract is guaranteed.
Motherfuckers is millionaires, dude.
It's just like
it's not as much as the NBA though.
It's like Matthew Stafford signed for what, 150 something,
158.
at 80 guaranteed, making 80 million guaranteed. He could blow his leg out. He's getting 80 million. The difference with basketball is he would be getting 158 million no matter what. But football, it's incentives. There's a whole bunch of, different ways to make your money. I mean, Boomer Esiason had a bonus in his contract that he would make extra money if he threw for a certain amount of yardage, and the Bengals took him out the game because they didn't want to pay him. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Oh, shit.
That's a fuck.
So, like, if you have, and that's why, wide receivers are divas. You give them guaranteed contract, all that shit's done with. Because now it's like, all right, well, I can make an extra $1 million if I catch 100 passes. This motherfucker ain't throwing me the ball.
No.
That's why Antonio Brown.
But the quarterback money, he making the most money.
Yeah, I see why Antonio Brown crying now, because he's trying to make that extra money in his pocket. He ain't getting the ball.
So I mean, that's the thing. Like your base, you might be getting 14 mil a year, but guaranteed that 14 mil is like 6. Other 8 mil is based on you finishing the season, workout bonuses and all this other shit adds up to the 14 million.
Yeah, no, absolutely right.
I have a question. Yeah, but why these niggas be crying over money when you're making millions already?
It's just the simple fact that what you work.
Some of them, because if you drafted in the 3rd round, like like Russell Wilson,
you're making millions though, man. It's like, yo,
millions.
It's not even about the
hundreds of thousands.
It's like once you're into that discussion, those type of contracts, you feel me? It's about getting what you're worth. You get what I'm saying? It's like I understand what you're saying, though, Mac. You feel me? I definitely see where you're coming from. But when you're out there as an athlete and you're risking, like, look at OBJ. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he already outplayed his rookie contract by the middle of his 2nd year. He already outplayed it. So it's like, what he was doing, do you hold out and wait for your money? Because it's like, bro, like I already did all of this. I'm well worth all this money.
Yeah.
You could blow your leg out, done. So if you're not a world-class athlete like OBJ or just popular like him, what's the other guys? You don't have no other endorsement deals, none of that. Your career done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have had like 2 mil, but your dumbass left college early. You might have never did any schoolwork because you figured you was going to the league because people have been telling you was going to the league since you was 16, and now you ain't prepared. So, it's basketball different. They get that. You get drafted 20 and you get 20 mil. You could flame out. Guaranteed. You straight.
Yeah.
That football shit. I feel like football is the glory. You playing for the glory, man. It's nothing like football in America. It's almost like Gladiator. Like people love Tom Brady. He's revered.
Yeah.
He will be revered. People will talk about him in history. Like in 50 years, people talking about Tom Brady.
If somebody gets $20 million,
Like, so I just feel like football, most people, if you love it, that's why they playing.
No.
The money,
they tax a good 30.
they could get more money, but they're going to have to go on a strike. It's the only way.
Hold on, wait. Then he said they tax him, but that's all in the states though. Then it depends on where you play. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, the tax is gonna be good, but I'm saying.
Yep. No state tax in Miami.
Say you make $20 million, they take a good.
Definitely can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Dan. You got talking to the mic.
Sound like somebody got a pillow over your face.
Getting smothered right now. Oh shit.
TG with the
mic.
bird.
Nah, he had to fix his mic. I know he had to fix his mic. I guarantee it. What?
Nah, he definitely had to. Yo,
Word,
but wait.
before.
Hold up, bro. Hendrix, talk to the people real quick though. You was definitely burning something here, man. We was smoking something definitely potent, man. Shit had the whole fucking living room kicking. Man, tell the people, man. You come through with something in that medical container, man. What was we just inhaling?
That shit was some Blue Dream.
Okay.
Oh man, that's one of my top 5, man.
Oh man.
Word up.
He going with the, that's the starter right there, bro.
He came through the Blue Dream.
Straight up.
Oh my gosh, with the Stella. Oh, that shit was so smooth.
Oh, full
God.
count, 1 out. Top of the 7th, 1 on. Judges up.
Ooh.
What's gonna happen?
All right, so
Probably gonna strike
who's
out.
still winning? Who's still winning? Who winning?
Yanks.
It's 3-2 Yankees.
Exactly. Okay, so
He's
Aaron
with the
Judge,
still
he gonna-
second out.
They about to rally though. That's what it's about.
Nah, he struck him out, threw him out,
man.
double out.
I don't know how I feel about this Yankee slander on the pod. I don't
like the Yankee slander.
Did you hear what I just said? It was a full count, 1 out. He went to steal second. He struck Judge out, and they tagged him out. 2 outs, inning over, just like that.
And it's top of the 7th, so now it's bottom of the 7th.
Yep, bottom of the 7th.
So if the Yankees close it out 3-2, he slammed on this. Okay.
Yankee slander will never stop.
We can't hear the Yankee slander if they win.
They're never winning ever again. I told you that. So they could go to the World Series. They're not winning.
If they win the World Series, we
No,
cannot
they're
hear
gonna
the
rally.
Yankee slander
TG, I
ever
disagree.
again.
It's gonna be
TG, I
Yankee
disagree.
slander. They could win the next 10.
They're gonna
It's gonna be
rally.
Yankee slander. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna
Listen,
win another World
stop the
Series.
Yankee slander, okay?
Strikes.
Come on, TG.
Okay,
Come on,
stop the
man.
Yankee
The Yankee slander
Stop the
is
Yankee
real.
slander.
Yankee slander is
Stop the
real,
Yankee
man.
slander. Okay.
All right, but wait. We got
Listen, you don't want
Rohingya.
nobody
He's leaving the
slandering the
studio. Hold up, King.
You
We got
hey,
Rohingya.
listen, you can
He's
do.
leaving the studio.
That's your opinion. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Talk to the people, bro.
Yo, out, fellas.
All right, baby.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right, yo.
Drive safe.
Podcast Daily Heat
Word,
Check.
take.
All right, but yo, everybody, before Hendrix goes, man, make sure you check him out on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify at Ro Hendrix. Check him out. Amazing stuff.
Straight
The
up, amazing
experience.
music.
All right, that's your free plug for the day.
Yeah, no more. I was
But now-
listening to the last one. Me sponsoring Fruities. That's not cool, man. Cause I was high as shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. But now, gentlemen, let's move to the next drawing right fast. You feel me? Let's talk a little bit of this MLB right quick. Yankees and Indians, man. The Yankee slander. We already spoke. It was 3-2. The postseason run. We already know that's confirmed. The TG slander. Come on, man. But as far as the rest in the postseason, how do we feel about the Astros? How do we feel about the Cubs?
I feel like the Astros is gonna make it to the World Series. So whoever wins this,
I think the Cubs got
series, they're gonna take them out.
I think the Cubs got World Series hangover because they were supposed to close out the fucking Nats. Like the Nats
Wait,
haven't
the
been
Nats been
playing
good for
ball.
a few years. I know. Wait, this is something I wanted to
they're
say since
due.
the last pod. What happened to Kansas City? Jeez, their run was short.
What do you mean?
They gave up most of their
I mean-
pieces though. They gave up most of the pieces that actually took them to the postseason last year. They gave up most of the pieces. So it's like you can't do that in baseball. Baseball, basketball, and football is totally different. Like football, you can give up a couple pieces, you can still make a decent run. You can give up a couple pieces and you'll get pieces back. But in baseball, when you give up a couple good pieces, you're not getting really too much. And
I don't know who they lost. They must have lost their pitcher because they still got
they lost 3 of their best pitchers that was in they lost their shortstop, their original shortstop. They lost him, and then they lost their catcher. Now their catcher was their hitter. He was one of their best hitters. He had a 3.15.
That dude Perez, the guy who won MVP for. Nah, he's still there.
Nah, not him. It was another.
That's the
Perez,
catcher.
not the catcher, right?
Yeah, the dude. Yeah, when they beat the they're still there. I think Kane. still there. Hosmer. They still got a couple people. I think they lost their pitching, like what you said.
They got a couple good
Yeah.
people still there, but they rotation in their bullpen. They had a strong rotation in their bullpen, yo. I mean, a strong rotation. They gave it up, and you not
You could
getting
just say
no
that was a
back.
fluke year because the Mets suck and the Royals suck now. So pretty much with the same teams is there. Nationals is there. The Dodgers is still there. Houston was getting better.
You feel me?
Houston making
You
it
know,
run.
the Yankees was always right there by the wild card, and now, so it's almost still like the same teams.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Except for the Cubs. Well,
much.
except for the Cubs and the Cubs into it, because now the Cubs.
Yeah, the Cubs that got
now,
back into it.
Yeah, they're considered but they definitely got they got World Series hangover though, because they were supposed to close out the Nats.
They still made the
They were
playoffs.
supposed to close out the Nets. Yeah, but
Still had a run.
come on now, they got they same. They got their same core, like they got their same World Series team. So
And they went back to
you're
the
not supposed to have
playoffs.
hangover though. Yeah, so you're supposed to go back though. Like they were
How
dominant
many
last year.
teams go back to back, like realistically?
Especially in MLB.
Well,
A lot of teams win and then don't make the playoffs.
MLB is very
The Yankees
hard.
did it. The Yankees did it, but you know.
Yeah, of
We're a
course.
rare breed, though, man. We had a super team. Like, we had a super team for many years, man. Like, from
Sure, so
94
did.
to, like, 97, man.
Freddie Williams,
98.
Derek Jeter,
Yeah.
out.
Nah, it was the-
Rodriguez.
Right, we had Derek Jeter,
When they're 4-0.
Chuck Knobloch, Tino Martinez, George Posada,
Roger Clemens,
Roger
Robinson Cano,
Clemens,
Yes.
Bernie Williams,
Randy Johns.
yeah.
Then we had pretty much
Cecil,
everybody. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Cecil Fielder,
Cecil Fielder.
Mariano Riviera.
Oh yeah, he been with us forever. What you call it again? I forgot who the third baseman was we had. I know Chuck Knobloch was second base. Fuck, I know his name, man. It's on the tip of my fucking tongue, man. Cause you know they go
Third
down with-
base? I don't know.
I forgot, man. But yo, they had a super team for many years, bruh. But yeah, we're not gonna stay much on that. But let's move to the next segment. Something brand new we wanted to touch on. I don't know if we're ready for this for the world, but I feel that we have the most knowledgeable person on our podcast right now to give us the best insight for the week coming up. So on the week on NFL or any sports in particular, TG, how do you feel? Where should we place our money coming up?
All right, so I got a couple picks that I think the people should go look at if you're looking to do a parlay or something like that. I would say take the Bears.
Really?
Yeah, definitely take the Bears. I could see the offense is just not there. It's just not there. And this is just a setup game. Everybody saw the Bears. They're not that good. It's a trap game.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. Put your money on the Bears. We got Rams at Jags. Definitely you want to take the Rams.
You hear that, people?
Definitely want to take the Rams. Everybody's going to be the Jags beat Pittsburgh. Everybody's hot on Jacksonville. You got the Rams. They just lost a tough game to Seattle, which they definitely should have won. They've been highest scoring team in the league pretty much. So put money on the Rams. And I would say another one, the Bucks at the Cardinals. You want to go with the Buccaneers. There's so much money on the Cardinals now with that AP trade. There's going to be a lot of money on the Cardinals. Vegas is definitely not going to let that go down. Take the Bucks. And if you're looking to do a parlay, take those three teams: Bucks, Bears, Rams, and then let us know next week if you made some money.
Matter of fact, how
There we go.
much is the bookie?
You heard it here first,
I'm
guys.
gonna play that tomorrow.
TG
I'm gonna play that
covers.
tomorrow. How much is the bookie?
Well, you got to find out in your local your neighborhood.
I'm about
That's not
to
something
go to
that's
my
no-
local.
They normally don't,
Right.
publicize that they run books.
I mean, you can go online. The Vegas sport book is open. You could go right now. As far as you wanting to place bets, I mean,
Like as far as locally.
place. I bet with points.
Yeah. So
You know, chips.
Okay,
Things like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Smart. He's smart.
He's a smart one. He's a smart one.
But that's why we have him on the cast, gentlemen. We get the best insight, and we appreciate the listeners too. And that's another thing, man. We went up again on subscribers. We're up to 57 subscribers this week. Our last episode got 30 downloads on day one. That's amazing. Thank you for everyone who downloads and listens, and whether it be through the YouTube, the podcast, or however, we appreciate you. So we don't never want to forget that, because without y'all, this podcast wouldn't be moving. So we definitely take that time out every chance we get to show you the appreciation. We got next up on slate NCAA. Let's talk about Nick Saban. He says that Alabama players need to stop listening to the ESPN responders when they talk about how great and praise them there as far as on their play on the NFL. I mean on the NCAA, my apologies. And now that comes after the close win that they just pulled off this weekend. I forgot on the team. I should have this pulled up. If someone has it, shoot that to me. But
yeah, I forget A&M team. I feel like he won 20. Yeah. They only won by 8.
It was a very close win. So he went off, and it was a very smooth setup delivery too. I like that. But it was just the fact that he said very vocally that he wanted his players to make sure they stop listening to the praise that they got from the ESPN reporters. How do you feel? Do you think that...
Because he's trying to humble them. Because you know what? As a player, like we all went to college. Everybody here went to college. I went to Delaware State. I did bowling in Delaware State. But, I need to go back. But, when I pulled out a close game and, we down 10, 15 pins at the end and, you had whether it be ESPN or your local school praise you for pulling the game out. Some people get big-headed. So I think he's trying to keep them remain humble so that way they could keep that hunger and not just go, oh, we nice enough to sit here and lose and still come back and win by 8. Nah. He wants them to be hungry. He wants them to stay focused. This is the time. He want to keep winning championships. Alabama won a lot of championships, man. They go to the BCS championship a lot, and they've won a lot. So he wants them to keep that same winning mentality to keep it going throughout the school. It's not just the players, but I'm pretty sure it's for future players, thinks about going to Alabama.
It's setting the standard. It's
setting a perfect standard because, you got to remain humble when you win these games like that. Because those games are the games you'll sit here and get big-headed on, and then you could go on a horrible losing streak. And it's all because of that one game that you was, oh, yeah, we nice, we the best, we this, we that.
Agreed.
Game, you just lost 5 straight.
It's typical Nick Saban. I mean, every year there's always one press conference that he goes off talking about the team, a win or a loss, and and exactly, it's just motivation. He wants, like you guys said, he wants to humble them because you don't want people to believe the hype. That's pretty much all it is. Because if you got ESPN hyping you up, Alabama's defense, all this. So now you got the guys that just big-headed. I don't got to train as hard. We don't got to practice as hard. So it's definitely a way to keep, like y'all said, keep them humble, keep them working hard, motivation. Y'all won the game, but this is a team y'all probably should have won by 30. And he knows that maybe they didn't practice as hard that week. Sure. So that was his way of calling them out.
I agree. When your players start feeling yourself too much, you got to bring them down, especially when they're young. I'm not going to lie, because when you're at that age, you're getting that type of exposure and, the off-the-field incentives, and not talking anything crazy, but, just as far as from the ladies and all that, you're a star athlete, or at least you're a part of a star team. That definitely comes with a lot of perks and benefits. So definitely being humble at this time is needed because you're going for the long haul. You don't need to have these close games with these type of teams. That's for December and January.
Yeah. That's all it was. Like I definitely understand Nick Saban on that one. I do that to myself now. So, I pull out bowling games and shit like that. I pull out games we down 40 pins and I go on a
Yo, I'm not gonna front. Yo, you talk this bowling so. You talk it a
because
lot.
you know what?
I don't bowl, shit, but the way you talk it, we gotta do like a podcast bowling thing, bro. Because I don't bowl, bro. But you talk like you nice. You talk like you was been that Grand Theft Auto bowling mini game getting cracked.
Bowling. He's better than the average bowler.
In the bowling league now, as we speak, is a 2.
Oh, you're in a bowling league.
Yes, I bowl.
Oh, okay, no, never mind. That changes everything.
Like every year.
You said that before.
I don't bowl little chump change $300 leagues. No, I'm bowling in thousands of dollars worth of bowling. And now the winning team gets $5,000. They got to share. It's 4 people, so that's $1,000 each.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wait, 5,000? No, that's like 40.
No, that's all it is. It's 5,000. It's a short league. That's all it is.
Yeah. There we go.
It's a short league. It's not a long league. I'm doing that league and I'm doing another league that's 35 weeks. The total is 31 is what was it, $3,100 at the end. The dues is $23 every week. So $3,000, probably $3,200. We got to split that at the end. The winning team gets the most money. Like our bowling in leagues where you make money, so you got to have an average. My average is 220.
That's good.
I bowl 8 300s. That's perfect games, dude. 8 of them. I got 8 perfect rings. 8 of them things.
That's what it is.
When I speak on bowling, it's something that I'm passionate about. That's why I said I'm trying to get back into it.
No, wait, I love the passion. Wait, I'm not gonna front. That's why I asked you about it. You feel me? It's like, yo, I ain't even going to front, man. It's something that we're all passionate about, in our own individual time. But just knowing that is just amazing, bro. A bowling league, bro. We might be seeing you on ESPN. We might be doing a podcast about you.
PBA.
You get what I'm saying? Like real shit though. ESPN covers professional bowling. You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get up in there.
Like,
I'm actually going to I'm actually saving up the money now to do the national tournament that's going to be televised in Las Vegas. 2018 Rio tournament, U.S. Open. I'm actually saving up the money now to go there and do the singles and the doubles. That's $500 I got to save up for. So me doing these little leagues now that I'm doing now, that's like 14 weeks and 35, all that's just practice just for me to go out there and see if I can get a sponsor.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You gonna get it, bro.
Nah, man, you got our full support, man. Definitely, bro.
Gotta keep playing.
So let's keep it pushing to the NBA, gentlemen. Let's talk about this NBA. We got Celtics and Hornets on the plate for tonight, gentlemen. How do we feel, man? Is anyone watching that currently?
Wait.
I had tuned in earlier.
That game's over now.
But I don't know what the score is now. I just had looked at the line. And your boy Kyrie had 16 and 10 and 7 for 11.
Kyrie Irving said Boston is real. Is a real live sports city compared to Cleveland. That's what Kyrie just said to ESPN.
He's just saying that because he's in Boston. They're the most racist.
Come on, man. They don't like black people out there. And that was a close win anyhow, man. They only got that by 8. So
they got all their rings because of black people.
Yeah.
Listen, how they got their rings?
When Larry Bird get 3. Okay. Yeah. Give him 3.
he gave him 3.
After that,
it's a segment that we need.
He gave him legacy, so
he gave him legacy.
Yeah, that's what they want. Hayward, I'm telling you.
Yeah. But you know what? To not to throw it off topic, but the New Jersey Devils, the hockey season has started, gentlemen, and the New Jersey Devils are undefeated.
Really?
The first time
they're supposed to be good this year?
They are undefeated. Yes, they are supposed to be good this year. They have a nice young core.
Because they've been bad a long time.
They have a
better
goalie.
Amount of time, bro.
They had to get top picks.
Nah, it's not even that they was getting top picks. They was making nice for like some of the best hockey people out there. They are undefeated as we speak. In the beginning of the season.
What is undefeated?
I mean, that's good.
Are they 1-0?
They're 3-0.
Okay,
They're 3-0 because you can actually tie tie. So it's 3-0.
Hockey,
So they're 3-0.
Other shit. But you know,
hockey is at work. It's just I can't pronounce those names.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. When there's nothing on and I'm cooking and I'm watching a hockey game, my nigga, that's some of the best. Yo, I've watched hockey game fights, and I'm saying not like the fights just for them to be scrapping. Like, I think that's corny. I like the fights when they catch the other team off guard when they drop the puck in the beginning of the game. They have like a highlight reel of that. That's crazy. Like, they just drop
like
the puck and they just drop the gloves and just get scrapping. Like, they start the game fighting.
Shit, that check move, that should be everything, dog. That should be
hockey is cool, man. I gotta go to a hockey game, hockey match.
Hockey is dope. I
agree.
fuck with it.
Definitely.
I'm kind of disappointed
and you know what's crazy?
in USA.
I have to go to one too since the Prudential Center is here, because you know that's definitely one
it's
of the
right
highlights.
there.
You know, I have to, man. We got to
shit. If the Devils is 3-0,
wait, we
should go before the tickets get high.
Yeah, we can get them cheap. We can review a game.
Just skyrocket like a motherfucker.
I think we should.
I sit at the top. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I sit all the way at the top.
Like that.
We could do a live podcast.
As long as I get the cheapest game.
But yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
We can do a live podcast right there for the game. That'd be dope, yeah.
You know, this way we can innovate.
The Devil's game.
So let's talk some more basketball. New York Knicks signs Trey Burke. You know, he was playing ball in Utah Jazz last season. Definitely was balling out. He was a high lottery pick. Believe it or not, he was out the season before they called him up.
Yeah, and of course, like you said, what's the Knicks motto, Piff? You come and get a check. What you say? You want a check?
Yeah, man. Wait, come on, TG.
No, you know what?
The New York Knicks slander.
Did they cut a point guard?
Yankee slander. We can't tolerate.
No, but I fuck with the Knicks though. Like I don't. The only teams in sports I hate are the Yankees and the Cowboys. That's it.
I fuck with you.
There you go.
I fuck with
Trey Burke's because he was falling out last year though. I think he got something to prove. Like he wants to be paid big. He hasn't been. You know, he's gonna. This is like money year for him. Like if he could play decent.
This is a money year. He's not. He is exactly who he is. A journeyman. If he didn't get signed by the Knicks, you wouldn't even know who he is. You wouldn't even know that he was in the league. If Piff didn't tell me that he was out the league and came back in, I didn't even know what was going on. The last time I seen him do anything, he was in college.
No, he was on the Wizards last year.
Damn.
He was on the Wizards last year. Hold up.
He was in Utah, bro.
Trey Burke?
Yes.
Trey Burke.
Backup for the Wizards last year.
Oh, Brandon Jennings was the backup.
Not for the Wizards. They cut him then. Then they cut Trey Burke. But he was in the Wizards backcourt.
I don't know.
We need you to get your facts.
Piff, we need validation.
Yeah, I might have to pull that up. No, he was definitely on the Jazz, but I don't know what he's talking about with
I know he was on the Jazz.
How long has he been in the league? At least 5 years, Joe.
Yeah, let's see. Let's pull it up.
He came out at the same time. Wasn't he there when Hardaway Jr. was there?
Wow, that's
crazy.
crazy.
So.
He's been in the
It was
league
Hardaway
4
Jr.,
years.
Glenn Robinson Jr. Remember, it was like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Alec Burke. Yeah, I think
and
so.
they all came out, I think, at the same time.
Nah, Derek Favors, Otto Porter, Tim Hardaway, Alex Berth, and Dante Exum. Honestly, all great role players currently right now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Wait, that's how I personally feel. Like, think about it. Tim Hardaway was a role player before the Knicks decided to pay him crazy money. And I
know. But did you look up Trey Burke?
Yeah, I said it right here. He's been in the league 4 years. He's only 24 years. 24 years old. He came in when he was 20.
No, how long he been in the league?
4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Okay, no, that's fine. So it was all on Utah?
No, he was drafted by Minnesota. He ended up going to Utah, journeyman.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's finished.
No, he's definitely done. Especially, when you're this young. That's the part that's crazy. When you're 24 years old and you're out the league already, that's insane. Think about it. 24 years, you're still moldable at 24. Because think about it, you come out of college, the new 2-year rule, you got to be 20.
So I mean, either he just doesn't have it or he's not practicing.
Yo, it's a normal thing now, dude, for guys being that young and not being in the league, though. It's real normal. Peak games. It's a lot of cats that were names that are in the D-League.
He was on Washington last year. And Utah
I told you he was on Washington last year.
No, you was definitely right.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, that's why we got to do the fact checking, man. Wait.
He must not have been. What was his minutes? 5?
Yeah, he ain't averaged that much. He had like 5 points, I think.
I mean, I wasn't watching the Wizards, though. I'm not gonna lie. Only time I saw them was in the playoffs, and if he wasn't playing, I saw Brandon Jennings in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but that was after they signed him.
Yeah, they cut him. They cut him and signed Brandon Jennings.
Okay, so why did they pick them up again?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out because they already had mad point guards.
Oh my god, sarcasm all day, real shit. That's
mad point guards.
That's another story for another day.
It's your team.
Cav,
there we go.
Bulls,
all right,
gentlemen.
come on now.
How do we feel about that?
It's preseason, man.
It's preseason.
It is the preseason, but the fucking Bulls.
Season minutes, man.
They was balling. The Bulls was playing regular season. Yes. That's what it looked like because I definitely tuned in. And right after the half, Cleveland went on a run. You know, it was Rose. The starter, it was Rose, Wade, LeBron, Love. Who the other person was? That was out there.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, it was Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder.
It's going to be like that for the whole season. I promise you, all season we're going to be like, yo, who the other player is. But that's how Jay Crowder is. His game is like that quiet game on the court.
I mean, it's crazy, yeah, but he was shooting mad threes. Like
that's what he's known for, though. He did that in Boston.
Spot. Yeah, but I wasn't watching Boston like that, so you know.
He did that in Boston. That was his game in Boston. Like he'll go inside. He was an inside present, but he like no hesitation. LeBron probably told that nigga, "Go look, you
no,
here."
Yeah, I mean, he was getting open looks, but I mean, LeBron looked terrible.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it.
He was looking sloppy, but the Bulls, Justin Holiday, he was balling, and they got this, I don't know, some dude, Laurie Markkinen or something, like 7, he might be 7 foot. It's like tall, lanky white dude. He was out there giving buckets, shooting fadeaways. He was dunking. He was shooting threes. I don't know.
Yo,
I mean, they still
right now,
stuck,
NBA talk right now. After the Rockets, James Harden after the Rockets start, James Harden's nice performance to get them a 3-0 preseason record. They're now struggling against the Memphis Grizzlies. Harden is shooting 2 for 8.
But that's the Grizzlies.
0 for 5 on 3
wait, I'll use that as a segue for the last week of the NBA. How do we feel? Because this is it.
I mean, with NBA, I don't feel anything really, like they say, until Christmas, man. Christmas is when you really, start tuning in. I mean, obviously we doing the pod now, so I'm definitely going to be watching more, but I always feel like we're going to be looking for the teams with the new additions to see when they hit their stride. Because Minnesota, preseason, as much as it is, they still got to learn how to play together. Minnesota, Cleveland, the Celtics.
Cleveland went 0-4?
Houston, OKC.
What?
The
Clippers, like so many.
Yes, they did. They went 0-4 the preseason. I'm looking at the standings right now.
The Cleveland ain't win. Yeah.
No, I know, but when I say they're not playing for real, like they're not like LeBron's not out there like exercising for real. Like they're still trying to gel. There's still a few things.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They have a whole new team.
You feel me? So, I'm not giving them an excuse though. I don't want to make it seem like I'm giving them an excuse. It's just that I'm like they still got some shit to put together.
Yeah,
but that's how I mean. I feel like with a lot of teams. I mean, it help if you come out the gate, and you start off good. But I feel like Minnesota might come out struggling.
Ain't nobody the
But
Warriors.
once
Let me say that.
this,
True.
we're gonna know what these teams are.
Nobody's the
Shit,
Warriors
no.
because the Warriors just got a whole bunch of shooters.
Yeah, but I mean, they
yeah.
still. If you really, if you want to compare to baseball and your beloved Yankees, they have a core. So
like nobody,
Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond been playing together at least 4 years.
Yeah, that's
now
what
you
I'm saying.
got Durant there for his second year.
That's why I put
so
like nobody.
They have a core that you can bring in, people there for one. I mean, Eagle Dollar been there 3 years. So they have a core where you could bring in people for 1 or 2 years and they could fit the system or they can't fit the system. But no matter what, they have their core players to do what they need to do.
It don't matter if you don't fit the Warrior system. You're going to be there. You're going to fit that system some kind of way. Like, I'm going to be honest with you.
You don't fit the system, you ain't playing.
If you could shoot a 2-pointer, you're going to play.
They don't even
Not all 3-point shooting things, but if you could make a decent mid-range shot in the Warrior thing and you got some good defense, I think they'll pick you up and let you play.
It's not about even making a shot with the Warriors. You gotta be able to adapt to their system. Cause you gotta understand they run a hybrid Princeton triangle. You feel me? So
that shit is so deadly. That shit is deadly.
Their offense is like I was reading an article in ESPN today when they was talking about how Steve Kerr was sitting back talking about how they came up with the offense, and I was like, that's interesting because they say they run the elements of the triangle, but it's crazy because now Phil Jackson is out from the Knicks, but they said we couldn't run a full triangle in this modern NBA because it's just like it's not the same in the 90s. And he's totally factual. And he's like, we use elements of the Princeton as well. Some of these backdoor cuts and these off-ball movements. I was like, wow, that's, you're absolutely right. And it's like, and then it's like the small ball. That's like where the Princeton part comes in. You feel me? Because with the triangle, they were real dependent on the big man. Or you feel me? Like that's what he was trying to do with the Porzingis thing over there with the Knicks. But when you switch it around, you can run, you switch up, get Draymond in there. Even run with Iggy, shit. You can get creative with that. But
yeah, that's true.
True.
That's true. I really can't find my cookies. Like this is not a good time to be hot, and I can't find my cookies.
Oh my God.
God damn.
Number one mistakes to do when cooking. Misplace your munchies.
Misplace your cookies. Yes.
That is like pure blasphemy.
And it was
and I got some butter cookies right now in my cabinet. Ooh.
Dang, you make me hungry, bro. Why?
Yo, it's because you know what it is. It's like it's the big pack of ShopRite brand cookies.
Matter of fact, y'all keep it moving. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh shit.
And this nigga make face. This nigga done going to get some cookies and shit.
What's next on the list?
No cookies. Well, we know who's gonna be able to buy a whole bunch of cookies, and that's Joel Embiid.
Word.
That
you know what?
$148 million deal.
Listen, with that deal,
he get expensive cookies.
He actually played though. He played tonight in that win that they had tonight. He played good. 22 points and what I think 6, 7, maybe 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Like I said, the deal is over. It's way over the limit. I think he's not worth that because he only played 30 games last year. But he got promised to be good if he could stay healthy.
He definitely he's worth it, like you said, if he stay healthy, and that's what they banking on.
He gonna stay healthy. Yeah. I feel like he is.
When he plays, he's effective. Their plus minus is completely different when he's on they like +6 when he's on the court, and they're like minus 2 or 3 when he's off the court. Value right there. And if you running a business, it's like high risk, high reward. But if it pays off, they got him locked up. That's the whole thing. Where if they didn't sign him, and then what if he goes in this year and has all-star type year, and then now now he could demand more money.
With nobody in the East, he damn sure could have an all-star type season.
He put himself in a different predicament now. He's good.
Yeah, and I mean now, and look at that. Just to move on, because Wiggins signs the same type of extension, $146 million for 5 years.
But Wiggins
Crazy.
earned that.
Do you think
though.
he's
like,
worth
Wiggins
it?
been proven.
I don't think he's developed. The shot
no,
yet.
he definitely earned it. But you gotta, I look at
He
it
put
like
in the work for that.
I look at it for the. If you look at it like the team, the way they looking at it, let's lock this guy up now before he can hit free agency. Because what if he has a career year, and now he's demanding when the salary cap goes up? You know, he can demand more money. So they want to lock him up now, because in 3 years we might be looking at like, oh, he's getting whatever that averages out to, and you might be like, damn, he underpaid.
Oh, you're right. But
Like
still,
when
even
Steph
though,
Curry
like
and all them
30.
guys signed that extension, they was getting what, 11 mil. We was like, oh, he killing it. And in 3 years, the salary cap went up all crazy.
Yeah.
Now you get an extension of almost $200 million and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Like the
Supermax
crazy
changed
shit is like,
everything.
Westbrook getting the 41 million. But the team, what he brings to that team, and as far as selling tickets and jerseys and all that,
You're not losing money at all, bro.
It's worth it, for them to pay that. They're gonna make that back.
But then even knowing that that's what he's worth, though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna overvalue Westbrook, but like he definitely overplayed. But to take a team of bums, he did some Iverson shit.
Yeah,
He took some bums to the playoffs. He could have probably took them deep to the playoffs if they could hit a few threes. If they could have hit a few clutch threes, they could have probably made it to the second round.
If Robertson could have made some free throws, we'd have made some guys. We'd have made it to the second round. Okay. Other than that.
I mean, they can afford. If they can afford to pay him that, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people really are overpaid, but for what for the organization, I don't feel like this is overpaid. That's almost like something like, listen, we thank you for staying. We appreciate you. We want to give you the biggest contract or whatever.
Sure.
It's fair.
I agree, but I only play devil's advocate in this case because I don't think he's the star. Because I still think Cat's the star on that team. You feel me? And
you talking about Wiggins? Oh, my bad. I thought you was talking about Westbrook.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but see, this is what I mean. All right, so Wiggins, he gets this extension. We all know. I told y'all, it's Carl Anthony. It's Cat's team.
Yeah.
But think about when Cat signs his extension, he might be getting $40 million a year. So we'll be looking at Wiggins' contract like, oh, what's $28 million? That ain't nothing. It fits perfect for what he is. That's what I'm trying to say about them signing him now. Because what if they don't sign him and he goes out and average 26 and 8, some crazy shit.
He's going to demand a
lot more. What did he average like 22?
So you just want to lock him up and it's done with.
He was like 18 to 20. It wasn't nothing too sexy.
That's a real hit or miss.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks crazy, but it's an extension. So if he's already had 2 years, now he's there for what, 7 years? Probably could leave after 6 with an option. So 6 years divided. He might be getting like 23 mil a year. That's not that bad. He'd probably make an All-Star game.
Yeah.
He should. No, I'm gonna put it like this: with that type of money, he better make an All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they. You gotta look at what's Jimmy Butler getting paid. All right, you know what? I gotta bring that shit up.
Yeah, we might have to pull.
Because it looks like the Yankees are gonna win this game. So.
The Yankees gonna win.
Oh, what's the score? Still 3-2.
3-2 still, but Chapman just came in and ran down on niggas throwing 100.
That's what he does. Though.
At least you kept it 100.
No, listen. I didn't say the Yankees was, they don't suck. And the fact that, the easy way to hate on them before was, they bought championships. They bought them. They was just buying the best players. And at least with this, and me hating the Yankees, and I listen to the radio, so I hear about them. But to know that they brought all these guys up through their farm system, you can't deny it. It worked out. You're the Yankees. Why wouldn't you have the best farm system? Stop spending all that crazy money. And then once they do, like it's so set up for them to go on another run, but you know, fuck the game.
Yo, Jimmy Butler's salary, $16.4 million.
That's it?
Yeah, that's his salary, $16.4 million, dude.
That's crazy. He
Who and what's Wiggins getting now?
Wiggins.
And wait, what's Butler's contract?
Yeah, but see, man, he signed with the Bulls.
Hold on.
Like earlier. See, and that's what I mean. 3 years ago, 16 mil, it was like, oh damn, he getting that money. Now look at it. That ain't shit. I bet you Kawhi Leonard not getting paid that much.
Okay, now check this out though. This dude, hold on, time out. His current contract is $92 million, dude. $92 million. Contract with
Jimmy Butler?
Well, that was when he was with the Bulls, though. That was with the Bulls. That's with the Bulls. That's not with the Hold on.
Yeah, but when you get traded, don't they pick that up though? Once you get traded,
his base salary, dude. His base salary is $16,402,000. His signing bonus is $1,150,000.
Damn.
$604,000. So his cap hit $18,156,361. The dude, he's getting paid.
He's getting underpaid.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
I'm saying Kyle Lowry is getting $28 million this year. Blake Griffin getting 29. Gordon Hayward 29.
Damn.
30. LeBron 33. Curry 34.
Jesus.
Mike Conley 28.
Over $100 million contracts, man. God damn.
And Westbrook getting the most without getting $41 million.
Yeah, Westbrook. They don't got it up there, but yeah, he'll be getting that 41 when it kick in.
That's dude. Oh my God. And how many years is this contract?
Who?
Westbrook contract, I think, is 5, 6 years.
It's an extension. So I think like 7.
Yeah, his extension.
Oh my God.
I'm saying Klay Thompson is getting 17 mil.
Oh yeah, he's about to catch.
Luol Deng is getting 17 mil.
Son,
Luol Deng still getting 17 mil.
Who's paying him 17 million?
Damn.
The Lakers.
But think about it, the Lakers. They probably he getting 17 this year, 18 next year, and then 18 the year after that. So what's that? 18.
Luol Deng. Shout outs to your agent, man. Hold up, we can't leave that.
So he probably signed. But think about it, he probably signed a year, $53 million. And you probably was like, but think about it, that 18 mil when the salary cap is, when they could pay motherfuckers 40 mil on a max contract, that's half a max. That's why Vince Carter's still in the league. That's why Marbury kind of trying to come back. Bro, John Wall, look, all right, John Wall getting 18 mil this year. He get 19 mil next year. Then when his extension kicks in, he's getting 37, then 40, and then 43.
Damn.
God damn. That nigga
ain't never even gonna see the finals.
This nigga is set.
That's insane.
Set. That's what I'm saying. This money about to get crazy.
They just
Schroeder gets 15 mil a year.
He's not worth that, man. Atlanta's giving him that.
Ian Mahinmi making 16 mil.
Mahinmi?
Bro.
What the fuck, yo?
This boy Taj Gibson getting.
You just giving niggas millions, son. They just giving niggas this bread, son.
Yo, I'm about to take up basketball again. I swear to God, bro. I'm about to go
these niggas they just throwing away money,
I'm about to go right to the G League.
Man,
I want to give me a 3-year contract, dog.
The guys is like, before we get into the money, you got to understand basketball wasn't always like this, you know? The basketball was like a second-class sport. Like, you got to understand, it's like that's one of my favorite sports overall out of all sports. Like especially as betting, everything. I just feel more confident just because I follow the game more and I just like it more. But just to understand, basketball came up. Like, and this is an NFL country. Wait, for a long time, this was a baseball and NFL country. Baseball kind of took a back seat, but there was a time where baseball was damn near as popular as football. So basketball to just come up there and be like this, the new cool hip sport, it's like, you know, it's
I feel like basketball is definitely growing in popularity, but it's gonna take a while for it to ever catch football.
No, absolutely. This is still football country.
Football is too tough because every game counts. It's like nothing like that, man.
Yeah. It's too short. It's like it's too militant. It's too unpredictable. Like I think
perfect.
It's definitely perfect.
Because it's not too long. It's like, it's like you can't wait for it. It starts. I mean, think about it. We in week 6 already. Like,
yeah. Season, like a third of the season is done.
I mean, like every now, like think about it. If it's Sunday night and you could have the best games from each sport, if you had that Sunday night game and it's, you know, Packers, Cowboys, and it's Yankees, Red Sox in a playoff game, and it's the Warriors, I'm watching football. Like, I might have something else on my phone, but I'm watching the football game.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how I feel like most people in America feel. If you had them 3 things on, you gonna have the football on the big screen, you gonna have the basketball on the tablet, and you gonna be following baseball on the phone because you don't need to watch it.
I agree. Wait, I'll put it like this. I love the NBA. So if the Knicks and the Packers are playing, Packers definitely get priority. So I hate to agree with you on that, but like you said, the games are too less. It's too few of them. It's too few of them. You know, you got everyone.
You don't want to miss something.
Yeah.
They lost the Trinidad and Tobago. Wow.
Hold on. Wait, man. We gonna get there, man. We gonna get there. We got some juicy topics on this one, brother. But next up, let's talk about the Jordan brand ends their deal with Melo with his signature shoe. The M13 will be the last in the series. How do we feel?
It's probably took up too long. Melo's whack as hell.
Melo's never looked too nice. Like, they were never a popular sneaker anyway.
The first one was probably the best one. Maybe the first or second ones.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the first and the second ones, because I had a pair of the first ones and the second one. It was actually the only two Melo series I bought. Like, everything else is just
whack.
Buying them shit. I'm not spending my money on them shits, though.
We're gonna have to use that for a drop.
Fuck that. Like, sorry.
For real, bro. It's just chops. So, I mean, he just might as well just wear some retros and shit. Just get him some 11s.
Now, he's going to still be rocking Jordans. You know, he's going to stay within the brand. He's still going to stay, like, you know, as a spokesman.
Maybe he could wear the Russell Westbrooks.
He going to wear the why nots from Russell Westbrook.
Wait, it's funny. He's going to be wearing the custom player edition 32s.
Yeah.
So they definitely want to imprint that for the new young athletes. Like, yo, these are the new signature performance shoes you should be wearing. I don't know how.
They probably wear the Paul Georges. They probably wear the Paul Georges.
PGs, man, them shit's in a casket, man. Stop it. But let's move on to the next one. The Rockets' new owner. We didn't discuss that in the last episode, but we're gonna fast forward to the comments. He's already speaking about taking the team into the luxury tax. So you know how these billionaires get, man. It's all about the money. It's all about who got the, you know.
He's banking on trying to win a championship. Listen, he wants to bring the championship to Houston. I don't blame him on that.
Yeah, a lot of he's from there too. Like, I was reading.
So the championship, I definitely don't.
He's like, they're not gonna get a championship unless they really like go deep into luxury tax. But if he's willing to, that means he want that championship to come to Houston. He want another championship.
But I'm saying, put it like this. Let's make this a conversation on top of a topic. Who do you think is worth going into the luxury tax if they was to spend to take them to the next level? It would have to be probably a Paul George, or like who else is available. And I don't even think Paul George is that caliber of player to spend on, because think about it. We're talking about beating the Warriors and then facing possibly a LeBron team. So,
but Chris Paul might not stay.
He might not, but I don't think they have anyone else. Who has that offensive power? Who's worth that type of dollar to go into the luxury
Anthony
for?
Davis. Anthony Davis is a free agent, or he signed an extension. But you could get Anthony Davis, who has that
Marcus
power.
Cousins,
So
I
Marcus
think, will be a
Cousins
free agent.
will be a good.
There's a lot of people
You
next
got
year that's
Carl
free
Anthony
agents too.
Towns, who still ain't get his contract extension yet. So you can
Yeah,
get
but
him.
he's still under the rookie deal.
Yeah, he under the rookie deal, so you could offer more money than fucking Minnesota if you're willing to go into the luxury tax and get him.
Nah, next year he's gonna get
No,
his
but
crazy,
he's not free.
Joel
He
Embiid
can't
one.
leave.
You gotta understand, he gotta wait till I think it's at least his 3rd or 4th year, till he has like 1 year left on his deal to get his extension. You
So
feel
really,
me?
Only got 1 year left.
But that's what I was saying with Joel Embiid. It's like, yo, he's been in the NBA 3 years and played 30 games. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he's getting this. But granted, there's some clauses in there in case he gets injuries that they get to recoup on some of that bread.
Oh,
but it's the simple fact that it's like, yo, this is his 3rd year. Like, people think like rookie of the year last year. Like, come on, man, come on. Like,
It was just because of his. Yeah, he didn't play enough. I'm glad they didn't. He didn't. He shouldn't have got it because he just didn't play enough. Like, that's not fair. That wouldn't have been fair to Brogdon and all the other rookies who played the whole season.
you feel me? And
But
then when
what he projected, it was crazy. I mean, that's
It must
like
be something we don't see, dude.
Yeah,
was his output. But I feel like he needs to play on limited minutes like that. Like, he can't play 38 minutes. Like, he needs to play 30 minutes so he could just ball out. Like, go hard, and that's it. He don't need to be out there extended minutes. Even though he's young, but that's how they should treat him.
you're right.
Because if he's that productive in 26 minutes, I mean, that's fine.
Oh, come on, y'all.
That's not guaranteed.
So with that, we cover out the NBA. So we move on to our next topic, gentlemen.